Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Between the Ropes TV, and welcome back to yet another massive preview this week, which we are bringing you, of course, preview for the massive fight that is going on in the US this week. Of course, we've got Oscar Valdez taking on Shakur Stevenson. WBC versus the WBO Lightweight Championship is on the line, and this one's going to be a massive one, isn't it, guys? Guys, before I jump into the preview today, make sure to do the favor, as always, please help us out. Hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And I'm going to jump into this preview because it is an absolutely massive fight that is happening this Saturday night. And two titles on the line and a lot of different opinions here of who is going to win this one. Of course, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, let's start off by talking about Oscar Valdez. He's going to be wanting to put behind, obviously, all the things that happened with, in the Canelo camp, with going back to last August when, unfortunately, he did get charged, basically, of drug cheating, which he later got away with. It was something that was, perhaps proven not to be done on purpose, and of course his title fight then did continue. Interestingly, we blamed a herbal tea. Now look, it's whether you believe the story or not, it's obviously something which he'll very much wanted to move away from. He won't want his name associated with this, and of course it'll be a massive fight and a massive way to do it if he can do it by becoming the unified WBO and WBC champion this weekend. But of course, it's not going to be easy to do so. He might have an undefeated record himself, but he comes up against a very young talent in Shakur Stevenson, who is yet to be defeated himself. Obviously, just 24 years of age. Very, very impressive, and potentially the future face of boxing, some are saying, and especially when you look at, the face of the lightweight division. Now, looking into this preview, the two fighters have very different styles. You look at Oscar Valdez record, for example, you're obviously much more experienced and much more powerful when it comes to his knockout percentage. 75% is where his KO record stands, compared to that of Stevenson's, that only actually stands at 57%, which is not bad for a lightweight. But you see where Oscar Valdez's power is going to, and route to victory is going to come from. It's going to come from his power and possibly, by winning by way of knockout. Of course, Shakur hasn't been stopped yet, though. And an undefeated record. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy to knock him out when you consider what his strengths are. Obviously, a lot of his strengths come from his pace and his boxing IQ and his boxing ability. This is not going to be an easy fight for either fighter, really. Some would argue that Oscar Valdez, good of a fighter he is, of course, having the championship, the WBC championship, some would argue that his record is very weighted, until his title, the fight in which he won the title. Some would argue that he hadn't really faced anyone that convincing. But I do have to say, when he did win the title, that fight in which he did win the title was a pretty much perfect fight, wasn't it? And, he did rightfully win that. He's, of course, has had that one defense, which the nature of that fight was somewhat questionable. But you have to look at maybe the fact that he is a lot more experienced. He's fought a lot more rounds than obviously Shakur Stevenson. And obviously, he's had a lot more professional fights, winning 31, I believe his record is 30-0. He is 30-0, sorry, with 23 coming by way of KO. But the thing is with Stevenson is he did have quite a great amateur career. He's quite a seasoned fighter if you consider his amateur career, won a lot of world titles at a youth level, and of course also picking up a silver medal in the Olympic Games as well. So look, this is going to be an interesting fight. It really is. And I think you know, no matter what side you're on, you could make a fight for either, a case for either fighter. But me, myself, I think I'm going to go with the one that people are calling the future of boxing. And I am going to back Shakur Stevenson in this. I think Oscar Valdez will have a great chance, but I just don't see him getting the knockout. And I do think if I had to predict, if I'm going to predict this, I'm going to predict a points victory for Stevenson, and obviously to unify the WBC and WBO belts. Guys, let me know if you agree with my prediction. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments about the fight. Are you looking forward to this one? Who have you got to win? And hopefully, if you've enjoyed the video, you'll do me a favor, as I said at the start of the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for more great boxing content. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.